What up guys, my name is Kong and today I'm going to be talking about Speed Racer. Speed Racer is it's a movie about speed racing. And I believe it is a movie based on an anime. I don't know if there was a comic book, but I know it is based on a book or a comic. But let me talk about what I did like about this movie. What I like about this movie is I like Emil Hirsch, his character. I like the family aspect. I like the little brother. I like the older brother. I like that aspect. You see that it kind of repeats itself. I like that. I like the mother. She kind of the glue. I like that. What else? I like the house. The house remind me of I guess the aesthetic, the look, kind of remind me of the early 40s and 50s. And I have a fun of those 40s and 50s. I guess you can say design technology at the time. I like it's very very nostalgic. I like that. What else did I find Mr. Royalton, the guy who sort of owned this big company. He had his moment was so really well delivered. Very he's almost like a dirty player. You could tell that he's hungry. You know, he's hungry to win. He would do whatever it takes to win. So you got that whole aspect there, and then you also had the aspect of Speed Racer. He's the opposite of Royalton and I got the other racer who's are just doing it for the money, doing it for fame. Mostly those two, doing money and fame, but he's just doing it for the love of driving, the love of sport, the love of the acceleration of driving, going on this sort of, Grand Prix, drive. And what else did I like? I like the Grand Prix itself. It's very unique. There's one in it take 2 days to race, and then there's another one that I think they race in like Malaysia or in some like Caribbean countries. So it's very beautiful, very beautiful, really colorful, and it's very. I like that. It's very really cool. It's unique. It's remind me of the cartoons. It's colorful. I like that. What else did I like? I just like the set pieces. It's really different, really unique. It had its own, because each Grand Prix really have its own, sort of your design, sort of its own. The people that come to it, and it's the same thing if you watch F1s or you watch, GT3, GT2s, or WRC, or even rally. So you sort of see that these races take different places, and they have sort of their own obstacles and stuff like here. But in this movie, these racers could, they can shoot guns, they can have machine, they can jump, they can do all sort of crazy things. Anything goes in a race, which is kind of wild, because in real life, none of that is sort of allowed. It's just not. It's more of a gentleman's race. Here is more of Wild West race, And I like that. It's very, very, very entertaining. It's fun. It's enjoyable. But then, yeah, you also have Speed Racer, who is very a traditional racer, a gentleman racer. I like that because he's quite the opposite of everybody else. He does play a little bit dirty, but not to the extent of a gun on his ship, that sort of on his car. So I like that aspect. The races are interesting. The momentum is very interesting. The pacing of the races itself is very 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 fast paced. It's very it's really quick, very fluid, very go to the end. I like that, especially at the end is very. Him losing power and then coming on, and he just goes for it. He just goes for it first place, do whatever he needs to get there, even if he had to, play a little bit of dirty, not dirty per se, but more be a little rough on the edges, with the other players, because all the drivers, they're also playing rough with him too. So it's sort of a fair game. I like that aspect. What else? What the thing I really like about this movie is the way the transition is really beautiful. It's seamlessly. It's so well done. It's like it's the way they show it's like behind. It's like the transition happen behind each other. It's really beautiful. It's really subtle, and I like that, especially towards the end with the the Racer X was asked by one of the, I guess you could say, detective, that he regretted making that decision, and we get to see how the transition sort of happened in front of our eyes, so smooth that it's almost enjoyable. It's good. It's like there's no audio. There are audio, but there is no dialogue, but it tells so much about of that moment in that character's life. So I like that a lot here, and I like the ending too. With speed racers coming, he flipped 2 cars, and then explosion. He went, he drank the cold milk, and he celebrated his family. The first, I don't know if it's the first private team to actually win the Grand Prix or the Grand Slam Grand Prix, whatever you want to call it, the ultimate Grand Prix. But I like it a lot. So guys, what did I not like about this movie is I don't really care about the monkey. It's just he's sort of there. He's kind of the sidekick, but I think in the comic book with the show, the monkey is there. What else? I think that, and then the Japanese guy who was drugged and won the race. He didn't quite bring the sort of level of motorsport skills or motorsports skills to us, and we don't really quite see his skills. We just don't get to see that, where we get to see more of Speed Racer, Racer X, and we even see other characters that are not important show off their aggressiveness, having weapons and hammers and the way they drive, that sort of thing here. But we don't see here from the Japanese driver. So what else? That's it. Those are the only few things I can think of right now. I could think of things that can make it better, but particularly to the movie, those are the few things I did not like. There's certain things that's kind of like wacky, out of place. But then that sort of is the nature of the film. It's the nature of what the Chwowski brothers going for, and I'm okay with that. And it's fine, but they still focus on Speed Racer, so I like that. So what was the rating I give this movie, guys? I gave it a 7 out of 10. I want to give it an 8, but it's not quite there. For me at least, in a lot of motorsport or racing movie don't quite have that, adrenaline. This movie does have that adrenaline towards the end. It does have it, but it doesn't quite capture the nostalgia of driving a manual car, or what else would you say? Just the spirit of driving, the strategy of driving, or the pitting, putting gas in your car, changing tires. It doesn't quite have that is in here. In a lot of movies, they don't have that here. It's not a pure motorsport movie. There are other pure motorsport movies out there, but they're not as great as I would like it to be. But this movie is good. I found it entertaining, really well. The script is good enough. The actions are wonderful, very dazzling, very glamorous, very full speed. It's very like it remind me of Hot Wheels set piece, and I always wanted a Hot Wheels set piece that go like the looper loop, or the turn the twist. I like that, and they have it here. So it's really bring the younger child me. So I give it a 7 out of 10. I recommend you guys watch it on HBO Max. HBO Max, if you're a fan of car, motor racing, or the Chwosky brother, I say go watch this. Be patient, be open-minded. I think you will enjoy it. This movie does have an acceleration, you know, of an inkling of the thrill of driving fast cars. So 7 out of 10, guys. Please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of content for you guys to check out. Please do so. Thank you so much and take care, guys. Bye bye.